Yo, what's up everyone? My name is Masud. Welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about what to expect when you go out on placement and the different sort of responsibilities or how much responsibility you're going to have um, in your first, second and third year. Cool. So I get asked a lot of questions about first year students before they go out into placement. What's it going to be like? What should I expect? How much is going to be expected of me? Well, in my experience, and from talking to other people, and from generally reading, I think that whenever you go out on placement as a first year, you're not going to be expected to sort of carry out any sort of treatment. I think the first sort of week you're going to be shadowing your physiotherapist, your educator, just getting a feel of how things are run in the sort of trust that you're working in. And then slowly, as the weeks sort of, as the weeks progress, your your educator may, build the amount of responsibility you have. For example, if you're in outpatients, he may give you a subjective assessment to complete, or he may sort of complete in your second week, and then depending on how you're progressing, how you're doing, he may give you more responsibility. For example, in your third week, you may be doing objective assessments as well as subjective assessments, and then again, it sort of builds on that, and then by the end of your placement in your first year, you should be sort of be able to sort of give assess a patient and actually give a specific form of treatment to them, which is going to help in their rehabilitation. Coming on to going into placement as a second year. I think the emphasis for second years is more to develop your clinical reasoning and know why you're giving a specific treatment for a patient, and what's the evidence base behind it, what do you know, and how can you sort of rationalize your treatment. So how can you justify what you've given the patient to do? And that's really, really important. I think when you're at university, it's going to be sort of stressed to you as well. In your exams, your practical exams, clinical reasoning is what your educators or your lecturers are going to look for if you want to sort of get the high marks. So clinical reasoning is very, very important. And I think that just comes from actually going out on placement and reflecting on what you've done. So this is when reflections actually have a beneficial effect. They're not just for your CPD file or getting that high mark on placement. They actually do help to improve your practice, and so just generally try and write reflections and actually draw think back to your experiences, and also read around the topics that you're learning about. And I think that just comes with time. Just keep talking to people, your physio friends, your lecturers, other people in the physio community, whether that's local clinicians or people online on Twitter, perhaps. But so going on to third year now. So I'm actually in third year, and the emphasis now is for me to be able to complete sort of my treatment autonomously. So being able to be independent, an independent sort of practitioner. There's more sort of emphasis on me sort of doing the whole thing. When you go out on placement as a third year, you're going to be expected to sort of be ready, and you're going to be let loose really right as soon as you get in. So the first week you get in on placement, you're going to be seeing patients, you're going to be assessing them, and you're going to be possibly discharging patients if they're ready as well. So you have to be able to prioritize patients. You have to be able to, see whether there's anything else needed from a different member of staff. So generally, so those are sort of the expectations that you will sort of that will be asked of you. So as a first year, you shouldn't worry too much. It's just the placement. If you have a placement in your first year, because I know some universities don't, it's really for you to just get your feet wet and get you into that clinical setting, just so you're used to how everything's working. And then second year, that's when you sort of develop your core knowledge, and sort of everything else is sort of consolidated. You're learning, so what you've learned in a classroom in the first 2 years, you actually get to put into practice, and you actually learn a lot more. And then third year is more sort of, again, as I said, emphasis on actually going out and doing it. So actually doing it and trying to be as independent as possible. Yeah, cool. So that was my video. It is a bit of a different camera setup, as you can see, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did find it valuable, please leave me a like, comment, or subscribe. That would be fantastic. And as always, you can hit me up on social media. So I've got my links to all the social media channels in the description, and I'll be happy to answer any questions that you may have. All right, man. Hope you enjoyed that video. Take care.